90 Day. The last resort featured Gino Palazzolo giving in and agreeing to an open marriage with Jasmine Pineda and Josh Weinstein, ending his relationship with Natalie Mordavtseva during the Season 2 episode that aired Monday night on TLC. 90 Day. The last resort documents 90-day fiancé couples facing their relationship demons through traditional and unconventional therapy at a desert resort in Arizona. Season 2 of 90 Day. The last resort stars Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra, Ariella Weinberg and Biniam Schreiber, Josh Weinstein and Natalie Mordavtseva, Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda, Florian Sukic and Stacey Silva, and Brandon Gibbs and Julia Tripkina. The 6 couples all reached a relationship breaking point and decided to spend 3 weeks at a desert resort in Arizona, undergoing a rigorous relationship boot camp designed to hopefully rebuild trust and connections. At the resort, the couples work with therapists and counselors to navigate issues of jealousy, anger, and intimacy through group therapy and untraditional approaches including hypnotherapy, pleasure mapping, sand tray therapy, and off-grid excursions into the desert. At the end of the retreat, each couple must decide if they want to stay together or call it quits on their relationship at the final recommitment ceremony. Gino was asked if he'd be willing to have an open marriage with Jasmine, as long as she agreed to share her location on her phone with him at all times, so he never had to guess her whereabouts. Yeah, it would help. It certainly would help. Gino said that I am sharing it now with him, Jasmine said. Gino told the cameras that he was coming around to the idea of an open marriage because Jasmine had put him in a corner that I needed to make a decision now and fast, or else Jasmine may leave me or cheat on me with someone else. As terrible as an open marriage sounds, this might be the only way to keep Jasmine in my life, Gino explained to the cameras. Rob suggested there was no point of tracking Jasmine with a GPS if she could have sex with other men anyways, but Gino pointed out how he was only considered the open marriage at that time. Gino said he wanted to know, for example, if Jasmine was going to have sex with one or more men. That is F-ket up, Florian quietly murmured. I don't know what kind of marriage that is. Stacey agreed it was a weird situation, but the therapist seemed to think Gino and Jasmine's progress was healthy. Brandon thanked their co-stars after the therapy session because they were being so kind and supportive, and the cast agreed they had become a big dysfunctional family. The next day, Josh admitted his head was all over the place because the recommitment ceremony was coming up. Josh had been thinking a lot about his relationship with Natalie, and while they were connected and had a special bond, he said they had more bad moments than good ones. Josh admitted to Rob that he was terrified of commitment with Natalie and really worried. Josh said he was emotionally exhausted and only had one good day with Natalie at the Arizona resort. But if I walked away, I don't know what would happen to her, Josh said. Rob questioned if Josh was holding on to Natalie for the right reasons because it sounded like he thought Natalie wouldn't make it or be okay without him. Rob called Josh Captain Save-A-Ho, saying that Josh needed to let go of the mindset that he had to stay with Natalie in order to protect and save her. Stacey was then shown saying goodbye to her twin sister Darcy Silva. Stacey said she was going to miss Darcy, and she's a good sister, but she needed to focus on her marriage. Darcy advised Stacey to listen to her heart and her gut, adding how she'd be fine no matter what. After a good night together, Jasmine and Gino went shopping for clothes and accessories, and Gino told the cameras the thought of losing Jasmine and not being with her made him really sad. Jasmine told Gino it meant a lot to her that he was finally considering an ethical non-monogamous marriage with her. Jasmine said she appreciated his willingness to compromise. I've put some thought into it, and I do want to go forward with it. This open marriage idea, Gino revealed to his wife that I said a yes. Jasmine asked, "Don't be so excited." Gino replied that I need to know, Gino, because it means a lot. I really thought that would never figure it out, Jasmine explained. Gino repeated how he wanted to go forward with it because he loved her and he didn't want to lose her. You're always angry about not having intimacy, and you're always mad at me about it. I feel like I need to take action. Like, now, Gino shared. I appreciate that. Yes, Jasmine responded. Jasmine admitted she was in shock, and it was a miracle because Gino was finally fighting for their marriage. Gino asked Jasmine how she knew Matt was the person with whom she wanted to be intimate, and Jasmine explained how he was an unconditional friend, and they had a lot of things in common. Jasmine shared how Matt was single, but not looking for anything serious, and that she had known him for 1 month, that if you get too close to this person, like you start having feelings for this person, suddenly, you have to tell me. If you guys start getting feelings, we have to stop this, Gino demanded. Jasmine acknowledged it would be very important for them both to play by the rules, that I don't want to hurt you, Gino. This is not traditional, and this is very hard. But I really want this to help us, Jasmine insisted. And if I have to stop seeing this person, that's going to happen. We'll take this person out of our marriage, because I want to protect this marriage. Jasmine wanted Gino to talk to Matt and get to know him, but Gino said he had no desire to do that. Jasmine said she would absolutely want to meet the woman who Gino gets involved with. Jasmine wondered if Gino was really taking this seriously, and if he'd truly be okay with her having sex with Matt. Later that day, another group therapy session commenced. The recommitment ceremony was only 24 hours away, and so the therapists wanted the cast to really think about where they stood. Sophie announced that she felt confused because her mind had changed a lot during this process, but Rob said he wanted to bring his wife home and continue on with their life together. Brandon shared how he and Julia had made a lot of progress, and it was a momentous time for them, but Julia was still curious about whether Brandon would be welcoming of her parents in the U.S. Gino declared how he and Jasmine were having a comeback after agreeing to an open marriage and a new beginning for their relationship. Gino doesn't need to watch any more porn. He can watch Jasmine and Matt having sex, Florian quipped to the cameras. Gino explained how he was totally against the idea at first, but Jasmine had needs he simply wasn't satisfying or fulfilling. Gino therefore said he and Jasmine were going to come up with guidelines, or essentially a contract, for their open marriage. Gino said he didn't have any interest in seeing Matt or discovering things about him, but the therapist thought it would be healthy for him to talk to Matt and establish boundaries, that I am open to having a phone call with him, Gino conceded. After Jasmine was shown smiling big, Rob and Sophie told the cameras that Jasmine just wanted Matt, and this open relationship was never going to work out for them. Rob told Jasmine and Gino that this was probably going to destroy them, but Gino thought it would bring them closer in the long run, because they'd stop fighting and Jasmine would start listening to him more. Stacy then shared how she was still feeling conflicted with Florian, even though he thought their marriage had improved. Stacy explained to the therapists how their trust issues were unresolved, and she didn't want to return home and have nothing change. Stacy told Florian that she wanted to feel loved and appreciated, and that she no longer wanted to be criticized or called names, that I can't live the rest of my life in a marriage that I'm not happy in, and I know he's not happy, because he wouldn't do the things that he does. Stacy told the cameras that he would honor our vows and he would respect me more, and I would respect him more. I am still unsure, I don't know. Josh then announced to the group how he was scared to commit to Natalie, and concerned that she needed more than he was able to give her. Josh questioned if he was the real problem all along. Josh proceeded to look at Natalie, and he said he loved her and cared for her. But I do have to let you go, Josh said. I don't want to string her along anymore. If in the problem, I'm sorry. I came from a place of wanting to help, but I think I may have hurt her more by doing that. Natalie was actually smiling because she said she felt relieved. That is the most honest and clean moment with Josh during our 3 years and 3 months and some days, Natalie revealed. Natalie therefore thanked Josh for finally being honest, and she noted that she respected him for it. Josh told the cameras that he didn't see a future with Natalie. He realized that you can love somebody without being the right person for them. Josh and Natalie decided to end their relationship on the spot and not participate in the upcoming recommitment ceremony. Josh said he hoped Natalie would find the perfect person for her. Natalie admitted she was in pain and that Josh hurt her dignity because she wasn't enough for him to commit to her. However, Natalie decided not to show her angry and self-proclaimed ugly side because she was better than that. After the therapy session, Natalie walked away and Josh tried to catch up with her. He asked if she was okay, and she replied, no. Josh was afraid that Natalie hated him, but she assured him that wasn't the case. Natalie, speaking through tears, wished Josh happiness, and he said this was probably the best thing for the both of them, that I really want someone to love me for exactly who I am. But it might never happen, Natalie told the cameras. The episode ended with Jasmine insisting her relationship with Matt was going to be about sex and nothing else. Jasmine said she wanted to prove to Gino that she loved him and that he was her person. Jasmine then called Matt on the phone, and Gino appeared ready to speak with him.